Hello and welcome to another part of my collection. I'm your Mr. Venom 1974 and this time you can call it's Metal Gear V Update. Due to the fact the series is now 25 and where's a Metal Gear Horizon on the horizon? And it's here. We start with the top row. This is Metal Gear for the MSX2. This is the original Metal Gear. You play as Solid Snake, enter Outer Heaven. You have to discover something, find out what is Metal Gear, rescue Grey Fox, rescue Dr. Petrovich, and you will find out the big boss. Your DNA father is the man behind Foxhound and also Outer Heaven, and you have to beat him. This is the first installment. The disc is the Metal Gear PC version. The PC version is very similar to the right, to the NES version. The NES version is a port of a MSX version and it has a lot of flaws. First of all, in this game, there is no Metal Gear. Yes, what makes sense. This version is playable, but the original is much better. I don't own Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake because it's only released in Japan in Japanese, and the cartridge is really expensive. I think 200 euros and more, and it's only Japanese. There's no English cartridge. I don't know if there's a homebrew version, but of course there's a fan version as a ROM, of course, so I played it. Metal Gear 2 is maybe one of the best games for the MSX system. Do yourself a favor and play it. Snake's Revenge on the other side, the Metal Gear 2, is a disgrace. This story is absolutely pure insane. Metal Gear is in this game, that's one good thing. Big Boss is now a Terminator cyborg or something. You have some side-scrolling elements where absolutely crappy and bullshit. This game is maybe not worst game ever, but it's absolutely the worst game of the Metal Gear series. That's a fact. The Game Boy Color version is Metal Gear Ghost Babel, or in some countries labeled as Metal Gear Solid. That is not so logical if you want to know it. This is the between story between Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake and Metal Gear Solid. I will play Ghost Babel in a few weeks, so I only heard rumors about this title. This title should be really good, has a very good story and a very good concept, so I will be impressed with this thing. Welcome to the best game of the series, Metal Gear Solid. This game is absolutely amazing. This is the best Snake game ever, in my opinion. You play as Solid Snake again, and you have find something about Shadow Moses, and where something mysterious about weapons and something. It's a really great, awesome game. On the top row, where is the original game for the PS1, and where was also a VR mission set. Great soundtrack, by the way. It has a soundtrack of Metal Gear 1 and 2 remixed. Really good. 300 missions, I think. Really good if you get both. And if you're interested in a remake, where is a remake? Twin Snakes is a really graphical update. It's outstanding. The music is sometimes really strange, but if you ever have seen the great animation of the ninja, and I spoil it, it's Grey Fox. In this version, this is Quentin Tarantino style. This is fucking amazing, believe me. So this is a must-have. Metal Gear Solid 2 is a mixed bag. Sons of Liberty, you see, this is the original disc, and Substance is the better version, if you want to call it. I think this has Skating Snake in it, I think. It's not my favorite game. There are two missions. The first mission is with Snake, and I think it's really short. And the second mission is with a famous Raiden. and I hate it. So this was, for me, not a great title, and maybe where some Raiden fans out there, I'm not one of them. So this is not my favorite Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 3 is not a direct sequel. It's more just a prequel. You see, where Snake Eater Subsistence is a really interesting version on Subsistence, whereas Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, I think, well, it's only the mobile versions, but anyway, you can play it. And of course, whereas now Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D for the 3DS, it's a really good version, to be honest. It's really nice. Snake Eater is the story of Big Boss, Naked Snake. It's not the story of Solid Snake, so this is more like a James Bond title. It's okay, I think it's much better than the second installment, but I'm not a fan of Big Boss. That's my personal problem. I'm just a fan of Dave, not of Jack. So, but it's a really good game. If you're a fan of this Cold War scenario or something, it's really good. It's really interesting. And, you know, this is the origin of Big Boss. So, maybe it's your kind of game. Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this game. It looks awesome. It looks really nice. I think every story element from the previous games are solved. I think everything was cleared, but I'm not a great fan of this game. Maybe I love the old titles, maybe I love the old style, so this is not my favorite. It's a good game, nevertheless, it's a really good game, but it's, for me, too less Metal Gear. It's more like the typical war scenarios, so not really. On the right side, where is the 25th anniversary Metal Gear edition from Metal Gear Solid 4, it contains a poster and something add-on. Not so much, but I got it cheap, so now I have the 25th anniversary collection. Ooh, hooray! And now it's time for some PSP games. First of all, where's Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel? I think we did the same with Silent Hill. I think you get this game really easy on the flea market, and it's only interesting for fans, believe me. It's not a game, it's a novel. And you see, not the greatest graphic novel. Metal Gear Acid and Metal Gear Acid 2. Once again, I'm not a fan of the system. It's now a card-based, turn-based game. It looks okay and it plays okay, but I'm not a fan of any card games. So, believe me, this is not my cup of coffee. Or not my cup of tea. More PSP games. And now we're back to Big Boss. Portable Ops and Portable Ops Plus are now, should I say, the normal Metal Gear formula. Not turn-based, card-based anymore. They're really interesting concepts, but some levels are not so. Where some comrade mode and team mode. And it's not. I think it's not the greatest game at all. Plus is the add-on, so maybe try it out. But I think you get this also really cheap, so it's not a problem. Peace Walker was planned as a real sequel to Snake Eater, and I think Peace Walker is really playable. It's really good. I think it's worth to play. It's maybe the best PSP title of Metal Gear. And if you have played Snake Eater. I think the next installment is Portable Ops and then Peace Walker. So you have the Big Boss trilogy. Be happy now. We are here, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. First of all, it looks really nice. The soundtrack is amazing. I think this is really good music, really good soundtrack. It's amazing. And the cut feature works really good. And there's also it's also possible to use stealth. You don't need to kill everything, but it's interesting. Story-wise, after playing an hour, I think, it's not the greatest thing on the planet, no. And I'm still not a fan of Raiden, but it's an interesting gameplay. It's more hack and slay than Metal Gear, but I think I will like it. It's not so worse people tell you about, but it's not a classic from the Metal Gear series. So if you're a Raiden fan, you will love it, and the others should think about it. I'm Mr. Venom 1974. If you like this video, please rate, leave a comment, subscribe if you want, and believe me, there will more on the channel and there's more collection. Please check out. See you.